Reach Addy, Peter Tofolari. Please tell these people so that they can be reminded that this is
Let's
my
know.
show.
Really.
Welcome my guests, Mairo-Ese and Valentine Ohu.
Thank you so much, Chef Jeff. We're
We're
so
grateful to be on the show.
humbled and privileged to be in your presence and
I
to be
know,
on your
right?
show.
It means the world to us, man.
Duh.
Okay, let me introduce. Can I introduce your guest? Chef
Yes,
Jeff?
yes,
Okay.
she is actually a returning guest.
Yes,
Yes.
he is. She is absolutely, and he will know, or he would know, because it's his show. But yes, we have back on the Grapevine 981, the one and only Maka.
Hello, everybody.
Maka, you're very welcome. Thanks
Thank
for
you.
joining
Thanks
us.
for having
Your
me.
hair is
Chef
looking
Jeff, thank you.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Fabulous, actually.
your hair is looking.
Thank you.
Really
Thank
loving it.
you.
You know,
That's why we don't put headphones on
Yes,
you.
I
It
noticed
goes
that.
behind.
Yes.
It's to be desecration.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
If you'd like to see Maka, you can find her on our YouTube channel. So you can go
The
on there. She's
official
looking
Maka,
good.
yeah.
Looking really great. Love it. Okay, so I just wanted to shout out again to Sal, because you know why I remember Sal today?
Why?
Sally was the lady I met on Saturday who is such a she listens
And
to
she
the show.
recognized Ayo beyond her mask.
Yeah, I was wearing my mask and she was like, "Oh, Ayo," and of course, once they see Ayo, how is Valentine? So she was like, the Grapevine. Yeah, I was like, yeah. And then she mentioned everyone on the show. Like it was just so
that's nice.
beautiful.
Recognizing people with the mask now, man, that's just
know.
like, it's the hardest for
That's
me. It's
deep.
the
Honestly,
hardest.
it happened
And from
one time. I got
Instagram, it's the
recognized from the
hardest for
show,
me.
and I was like, "Wow, okay, wow, the mask. How did you know?"
I mean, then again, the bald head, the light skin.
Well,
I
you
mean,
know,
like,
you know,
And the voice.
this yellow is very rare.
It's very rare. Yellow.
color.
This is not yellow. This is yellow. What they call yellow.
Fresh.
Okay, so this is how you can be a part of the show this morning.
Send us a message on WhatsApp 0809 444 0981. Back to any element, song, music, music song, messaging, stories as well. All right, so we'll be sharing those in a moment.
Yeah. So talking about sharing in a moment, we have, of course, Maka's here because she has a new EP out. It's interestingly called Love Songs and Alcohol.
alcohol, baby.
Hey.
I
I love it. Okay, so there are a number of songs on the track list, and before we play one of the songs which you have described as a favorite, I'd like you to talk us through the EP, why the choice of that interesting name, and then of course share with us the song. Just introduce us to the song, and then we'll play one.
got you.
Fantastic.
So I met the producer early last year. His name is Eli, the great Elijah. And I met him for the first time last year, and we just connected, and he was like, yo, we have to do something, but it's not going to be like your usual vibe. It has to be some Afrobeat type thing. And I'm like, bro, okay, no problem. Maka is always ready for the challenge. Like, bring any beat, I'm going to kill it. That was me hyping myself. Then we now finally got into the studio, and like, the thing was proving more difficult than I thought. I was writing and rewriting because I was just all up in my head, because I was trying to write lyrics that the Nigerians would love and relate to, because it was on these up-tempo beats, because it's like, you can't be too serious on this kind of beats, yeah? Then I realized, yo, Maka, you're stressing out. Just be you on these instrumentals and it will still be great. Like, you are you. You've never dropped like rubbish music before. Like, everything you drop is always dope. So just be you on this. And yes, and it might have involved a little bit of, to get
You don't
to just
say.
relax my nerves.
You don't say.
So
Yeah.
all that's in a mix. And did the involvement affect the titling?
Exactly, like,
I mean-
because most of the songs are, all the songs are love songs,
Yes.
and like I said, it involved a little bit of some liquid inspiration.
Yeah.
And yes,
Lovely.
so the title of the EP was named after the whole process of
Nice.
making the project.
Love
That's
songs
an
and alcohol.
interesting.
I just wanted to have fun on it, just play and just let loose. It's like, Maka, just be you on no matter the instrumental, just be you, and people would relate to the sincerity in the music, basically.
I love it.
One of the
Yeah.
titles of the song is fun. Actually.
Yeah,
So then
exactly.
let's have fun.
Exactly.
So you have fun, you have drama, you have
Yeah.
the love songs and alcohol.
Yeah, the
F-U-N.
title track, yeah.
F-U-N.
F-U-N.
Yeah, F-U-N is actually not fun, it's F-U-N. I
Oh,
spelled
really?
it
And,
out.
and I know that Maka had like a naughty side towards that titling.
You know?
So I was like, but you know, the thing about her is that you put a beat in front of her and then she would just start singing right away. And you're like, did you record this song 2 weeks ago or something? So when she put out the album, the preview of or the picture that the album was coming out, I said, quickly screenshot and remind yourself because you know that she knows that you're a fan and she knows that she will check that you have listened to this thing.
Yeah.
So it's good to have her back on the Grapevine on my show.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
and looking at dope as ever, same hairstyle as me, same hair color, you know.
Wow.
Yeah, same hair colors.
Remember when I spoke with you on the phone yesterday? That was a little birdie.
Oh yeah, you said
Yeah.
he did say
Yeah,
the little birdie
yeah.
told him that I put out new music.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Cheff Jeff, for spreading the word.
You
Thank
know,
you.
you
Shout
know.
out to everyone who is spreading the word.
I made sure she was going to panic, but I love the album for the fact that it's mostly an upbeat kind of thing there, and like she said, she stayed true in everything. I don't know how people chose certain tracks as their own favorites, because
Yeah.
to me, I felt like Loverboy was actually mine.
Oh yeah.
To be honest, like Lover Man, sorry. 'cause
Yeah, Lover Man.
Just having that whole old school being
Yeah,
thrown in,
yeah,
and, you know,
yeah.
Shabba.
Yeah. I heard someone actually somebody told me that Lover Man shouldn't have been on the project, that it doesn't really go with the vibe. And I was like, well, bro, it's too late, man. I've put out the track list and the project has been sent to all streaming platforms, fam.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna drop in like that was before the project dropped, and he was trying to, to the whole critiquing thing. I was like, fam, like
It's done.
all of you people trying to critique me, like I don't even like fam, like I'm moving.
All right, so this is Drama off the EP Love Songs and Alcohol by Maka. Let's hear what you think.
Hey.
Everybody thinks everybody loves drama. What?
Yeah, that's a
I think it's the Amapiano vibe.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's probably what it is.
They just love it.
Yeah. I'm a piano-
Mike's up, studio is live. Okay, now I can understand what you mean by the beat. I have to definitely give it up to that Ellie, what did you call him?
Eli the Great.
Eli the
Eli
Great.
the
Yeah,
Great.
he has worked with Fino and some other artists.
I love
Yeah.
the beat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so let's hear your verdict. I'll go with Cheff Jeff.
So
I
Jeff,
mean-
be easy on me.
Never easy on you. To be honest, I mean, I'm not just picking South African beats here. I'm actually hearing Lower East Africa in this as well. So I like the well-roundedness of the beat itself. And then I normally would picture you as being a contralto person on the higher range of things.
A what? I'm sorry?
Contralto.
Voice
Voice
wise,
wise,
I don't know.
but
okay.
but
Okay,
actually,
oh yeah, alto, yeah.
but you're actually hitting like a lot of high
And
notes
the
that we
beat,
don't
Chef,
normally do. That you do, I've seen you perform live several times.
Yeah.
And you usually go on the like lower side of things. So like the
Yeah.
range of your voice here comes across very nicely.
Thank you.
I love the song, to be honest. It's got a lot of life to it.
Thank you.
And you know it's the right title. I feel like it's very specific to the album as well. So yeah, I can't fault it. So yeah, that's me being savage.
Dalo.
Don't worry, there's more than I can say.
That's
That's
being
the
nice,
other
Cheff
ones.
Jeff. That's nowhere close to savage. Because I'm just holding my breath for a second. It's like,
What's he gonna say?
say?
What's he gonna say?
This
Don't worry, there are more
project,
tracks.
I
There are
can
more
take
tracks.
this project anywhere. I beat my chest.
There are more tracks.
Nobody.
But
They
I-
don't burn anybody well to talk anything bad about this project.
There are
so
more
I-
tracks.
It's too bad,
I don't
man.
like any song.
Yeah, is
Come
it?
and bite
You are
me.
just hating. This project is too mad. I'm proud of my baby.
Okay, so let me tell you, for real though, I feel Cheff Jeff, and I find it interesting that he said, oh, this is not, as much as we know it's Amapiano, it feels like it's not necessarily South African sound, but
Okay.
East African. And you know why I find that interesting, because you mentioned that you're on your way to East
Yes,
Africa actually
yes,
tomorrow.
yes, tomorrow.
For a concert.
Yes, yes. I have a show, two shows
Two
in
shows.
Rwanda.
So I'll celebrate you for two reasons. That is one. Another is the fact that I celebrate my friends I haven't seen before or after the pandemic. Or rather, we're not out of it yet. But I mean,
We're kind of still in it though. Yeah, kind of.
Yeah,
as long as we still see the no face mask, no entry sign,
Yeah.
we're
as
still
long
in
as you're
it.
alive to see 2021, I celebrate
That
you.
is
Yeah.
definitely something to celebrate.
Yeah.
So tell us what you
Amen.
think. There's a whole list of track lists from the EP. So you can share with us your thoughts on this. You can head on to YouTube, search for Maka. She has said it herself, and I love myself, a confident woman and a confident artist who is bold enough to tell you that whatever you say, I know what I do. It was
Straight
fantastic.
up, straight
So
up.
love it. Thank you. All right, so let's get into our stories, shall we?
Yes,
Maka,
please.
you've mentioned they can pick up, listen to the album, download.
Yes, it's on every streaming
on
platform.
platform. And I saw them because I saw the link and everything.
Yes.
It's there. It's on the iTunes, Apple
Everywhere.
Music,
Boomplay,
YouTube,
Audiomack,
Deezer,
everywhere.
everything. Okay, so we have some stories to get through this morning, and the first one here is Yvonne Jagede, actress, saying that wealth and success is measured by what you post on social media these days. True or false? So, Nollywood actress Yvonne Jagede has lamented the new trend where wealth and success are measured by what is shared on social media. So, in fact, people gauge your wealth and your success by what you post. So, packaging, whether it's real, perceived, or whatever, it's still they judge you that way. She said the other day I posted something about a car and a new camera phone, and I got a comment that got me thinking. Common sense is not so common nowadays. If you don't post on social media, they assume your life is messed up and that you don't have anything. Your wealth, success is measured by what you post on social media these days. We live in a messed up society. Okay, so I don't think she's saying anything new. I mean, I would like to hear your thoughts in terms of how much, how true her statement is. And besides, isn't that what you put out that will judge you by? I don't get it, but yeah. Maka, maybe you start first.
No lies there, to be honest, especially for the younger generation, it leads to a lot of psychological issues, the social pressures that teenagers deal with, and young adults like myself. For instance, there was a time I told myself, yo, Maka, no Instagram for like a week, fam. Like, you just need to detox from everything around you. Because like she said, it's like, if you're not posting flashy stuff, it's like, oh, your life is messed up, But that's not what it is. Like, the reality is, in fact, some people just borrow people's cars and stuff just to take pictures and post, just to keep up. It's not easy. Like you said, she's not saying anything new. It's real. This thing is very real. It's very, very real.
And with the recent announcement of cars, I think that's the in thing now.
It
Car
is,
acquisitions. My fans bought me this. We just came out. Not saying anybody.
It's like,
but I'm just saying that's like the new rave on social media.
Even with music videos, it's like, if you don't have Bentley in your music video, like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I mean, but speaking of it, in music video sense and entertainment sense, and in terms of social media attention, they are two different things.
Oh yeah.
But for music videos,
I'll just bringing that up as part of the social pressures that we all go through.
It's real.
It's very real.
I mean, you have to decide how much of the pressure that you want to engage in, because even I mean, like, both of you, for instance, are very active, but it's like you have things that you've done as a block, basically, so that you're stress-free for a little bit of time, right? I mean, it's not like every single post is like something that just happened just yesterday in your situation, right? But it takes a lot of stress and a lot of effort to actually get these things going and coming up with the ideas and putting them together, making sure you have the right angles and so on and so forth. At some point in time, you can just take a break and be like, okay, fine, I'm gonna just regulate how often I'm doing these things. But the whole thing these days is about your own inner satisfaction. You don't, if you know that what people are saying is false and you are happy in your own sense, you're working hard, you're keeping things behind the scenes, it shouldn't really bother you as much. But what she has just said, what Chigada said, is actually very, very true, and unfortunately that's the life that we live in right now.
So true. All right. So we have from MOT from Sulere saying, "Hey Maka, it's your girl MOT.
What up, MOT?
I want to listen to the entire EP. Your voice sounds like liquid gold."
Ooh, thank you.
Xavier from Bekada says, Makane. Lovely sound.
One
Dalorin.
Cheese.
Say hello to Valo. The Mairo-Ese. Hey,
I mean,
Yeah, wow.
as in.
and Woke Missy Kwato.
What?
Yes. So. Yes. So.
Thank
Is that a title?
Took it home.
He knows. He
Thank
knows.
God Valentine said that in Woke's Kwato this week.
This week, right? It's getting better. It's getting
No,
better.
she.
Oh, okay. All right. All right.
I didn't ruin it. I just upgraded it.
Okay.
Am I missing a joke
Please, we
here?
don't need
Alright,
upgrades
no.
from you. Thank you very much.
On that note, we're going to break. When we come back, we have a few more stories to get through. Have you heard that Ayolola is going to be replaced as Aminu
What?
on the Men's Club series?
Why?
Yes, you can say that again. And then Film One, let's talk about the Eternals movie. They say they are working to move or to bring it back. And if we have time, we will just touch on the fact that Astro World Festival Goa. Just talk about the Night of Horror that happened at the Astro World Festival, organized by Travis Scott. And of course, congratulations to Kenny Black as his first comedy special is to hit Netflix November 17th.
great.
Talk about people winning. We'll be back after this break here on the Grapevine 981.
It's Jessica Bongos, and you're listening to the
I don't have
Smooth
that
Breakfast
story.
Show.
The Taylor Scott one.
This is Ghana. You know.
I don't have that Scott story. The concert
Travis
story.
Scott, yeah?
Travis Scott.
Oh, you don't have it?
Sweet,
Yeah.
Oh, it's on there.
Was it something that you put newly? No, I'm aware of what
No, it was
happened.
not new.
I know
I
what
did.
happened.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, just give me a hint up whenever you have things. I beg.
In terms of what happened?
Oh, what
I
I'd
know
like
what
for us
happened.
to
Yeah.
touch
We
on.
can
That's
still
all.
talk about it.
So
That's fine.
you mean the update, right?
Yeah.
So he has received 7 more legal.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah,
Okay.
lawsuits against him.
Yeah. I've seen that.
They brought up Drake.
Yeah, I know about that
Saying
part as
what?
well.
No, I don't. Saying
But there's so many
Where
good
does
stories here. Oh, I
Drake's
have more than
name come
one
in?
story
Oh,
here. Val,
because-
yeah.
Oh, you do. Thanks. Because because he supported him like a lot in the organizing.
Okay, so I'd like us to really touch on the Ada Ahmed story. I think that's one that many people, a number of Nigerians can relate to. That she was a mother at 13 and her father marching out of the barracks, sending her out.
Yeah.
Then she lost her daughter.
The Taylor Swift story is not bad as well.
You know, what's the
Yeah,
name? Taylor
first
Swift
movie.
story?
There's a good
Short
background to it.
Okay, so we need to really then touch on the stories. Maybe not everyone will comment on all the stories, except you have one or two things. So we'll just take it like
Cheff
that.
Jeff, Taylor Swift story on the.
I
Travis
know
Scott
nothing
story.
about any.
Okay,
of
so you have the
these.
Travis Scott story, Cheff Jeff. So these are the main people talking
No,
about
we
it.
have
We
both,
can
yeah.
add
Yeah.
any other thing. I can do the Ayolola one because I'm such a
Don't
TMC
worry
fan,
about it. Yeah.
right? And then, of course, we all can chip in. But I'm saying that people that will speak
Yes,
to it, yeah.
yeah.
Then, yeah. So
Ground.
I've already mentioned the Kenny Black story. That was what I mentioned at the end. There's nothing else there. Then Ada Ame, we can all touch on it to end. Okay.
Adam is the mother in Johnson
Johnson's,
and
yeah.
Johnson
Yeah.
family. Yeah.
We have to achieve this. We have about 10 minutes.
You can do it.
So we have to create magic in the next 10 minutes. Shout out to all those who are online watching. Yeah. Thank you for tuning in.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. Let me sing like Maka.
Is that-
Oh
is
my
that the song
gosh.
now?
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Maka, you have to feature me in your next song.
Yeah.
Oh my
Ayo,
gosh. Oh
local
my
video
gosh.
vixen.
No, this one not as a video vixen.
Okay.
As a proper artist in my own right. As
Wow.
a singer.
You've evolved again.
I'm involved. But yeah,
telling
what's
you.
life without
This is your
evolution?
butterfly lifestyle.
From Arsenal to Man U to
Wow.
Tottenham.
So
Back to
tell
Arsenal.
me on YouTube, if I release an album or EP, would you buy it?
Why
Yes.
won't they?
Let me give you a
I
teaser.
buy it to support my friend.
Very clear it very well. You need to, really get in there.
Exactly.
Give me a song to sing. We are the world.
Okay.
I had to.
I've
I had to.
already
And Miss Chen says how
was
much
like a
I love my
highlight version.
fans. Nathaniel says yes, so we online constituency are the real constituency.
Ah,
to get all
she
the
was singing
background
highlight
G's.
version.
Me.
Okay, let me
Sure,
sing
I'm
for
not
you
confused.
people. Okay, let me sing. We are the world. We are the future.
Is that the
we
trap
are the
version?
world. No, this one is the
No, that's
Iron
trap.
Mairo-Ese version.
is that
AME
a new
on
genre
the
now?
beat. Let me tell you. Yeah, let me give me AM, and I will not invite you to my album.
Why
listening
not?
party.
I'll invite myself. You know, gate crashing. Please.
I will invite you, Miss Chen, to my album listening party.
Nice.
I'll invite you,
says how
Nathaniel,
much?
to my album listening party. But
I'll
Val,
invite you, Maka,
I'll be
to
there.
my album.
Mark, I know you have mocked me for this morning because you think your voice is finer than my voice.
Oh,
And I use the
All
word
I'm asking
finer.
is that
I'm not going to
are you going
refute
to give
that.
free headphones for when we need to block
You're
friends out?
definitely not invited to my
A silent
silent
listening party.
Yes,
Exactly.
God.
Saved by the bell. Oh, man.
Okay, let's go to the rest of the show. 90. I did this song, by the way. It's Smooth 98.1. Love music, love life.
Yes, it is. We have messages here. You're listening to the Grapevine 981. It's a segment of Smooth Breakfast with me, Valentine Ohu.
And I'm Ayo Mairo-Ese.
And we have a special guest, Maka.
What up, what up, what up?
Good to see you, girl.
Thank
and
you.
Cheff Jeff 3000.
The specialist
The
guest on
real
the show who loves
owner.
you 3000, who loves this, who owns the show.
The
Yes.
real owner.
Yes.
So
Okay.
22 minutes past 9 o'clock. We have a message on YouTube. Miss Chen is asking how much are you going to charge for your concert, Ayo?
This is for those who were with us on YouTube during the halftime
Yeah.
show.
All right.
I'll tell you, Miss Chen. I'll send you a DM.
Nathaniel Ogidi says, yes, so we don't like consistency at the real consistency. We get all the background juice.
Yes, you do. Okay, so let's get on to the on-air gist, shall we?
Yes, we
So
shall.
fans react as BB Naija Pere replaces Ayola Ayolola on TMC series. Val, give me that soundtrack again. No, he said what? The first time.
What?
Exactly.
Who said
Do you
that?
guys watch the
Who
men's
did
club
that?
on, on... Okay, in case you don't watch it, that's like one of the top... Because you're about to disgrace me now. But yeah,
You
it's,
know that
it's
emoji,
like
right? I
so
love
good. So one of my favorite characters who just drips and smells of plenty money because
Wow.
that's the role he is acting.
Yeah.
I really, you guys know I really love Ayola, right?
Yes, no.
Beyond the fact that we are namesakes, like
Namesakes,
the very
uh-huh.
T, and my full name is Ayola, right? Is such a great actor and he has such a presence. Then you now remove him, and put Pere that people don't really like because of his. I mean, let me not say that actually. People had their different opinions of him when he was in the house. By the way, Pere was in the recent Big Brother.
Yeah.
I think this kind of character like Ayola should not be replaced. Either you take him off or say maybe he's traveled somewhere or just write him out of the show. But replacing him,
So here's what Dami Elebe, the lead writer of the series, said, the online series. She said that you can't write him off or kill him off or kill the character off, that is, that because he is a major character that links lots of the. So writing him off will mean you write off the whole series.
Yeah, I didn't say kill him.
Yeah.
He can travel, he can mess up a bit, and too many breaks up with him, and then they introduce some. People do this creatively. If you watch very popular series, it is difficult to replace someone that has won the heart. How many series are on? Like four.
Well,
the fourth
maybe
season.
they just weren't aware about. Maybe he just wasn't aware of when the company was ready to go back into production. All right, because me, I'm worried for myself as a TNC person as to whether I'll be here for season
That
2
is
of
right.
Little Black Book as well.
Eh?
So you know,
That is
so
right.
I'm like,
So let me tell you the
That's
reason
because
why
we don't know.
Ayola-
Because
That's
I know
what-
that
that's what I feel about
TNC
this.
we filmed Little Black Book in October last
Yeah.
year, and we haven't done anything yet this year, even though season two have been approved. And I'm like, where will you be? Are you sure that I'm going to be around?
Ayola
Will I be
is-
written off or another character coming into play?
Ayola
Shouldn't be
is
saying something
abroad,
like that.
right? He's gone to the US. I think he's relocated to the US. And so, fair enough, he's no longer available. And that's why I'm saying there's a way you can let down you don't understand the cult following that his character has.
Yeah.
Just sign him out or say, oh, something happened to him. They've done that in
So going
movies.
to
in
Cheff Jeff's like sentiments that he expressed, I
Yeah.
think that's really the core of the problem because there was the breach of in communication.
Yeah.
Because from the stance of what the statement they even said, so it's not our fault that he relocated without telling us, if I may add.
Then that's what I'm saying. They should be creative about. I'm not saying anybody can, God forbid, anybody can even drop off. Do you understand? But it happens in series across the world.
It's
What you either do is that you
conversation.
kill them off or you write them out of the script. That's what, not to replace.
It's
someone.
hard,
like-
but when
like-
the script is already
like Valentine
prepared,
said,
you know, it's halfway to now go back and like, okay, we're going to
Yeah.
write this out completely. It's just, but there's a lapse in communication that
Yeah.
might have happened. I mean, I found out about season 2 of Little Black Book from Instagram.
Really?
Yeah.
So
Okay, well,
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
well, it just goes back to what Valentine said, that you can't just write him off because he is such an integral part of the story.
Yes.
So that just has like a lot of ripple effects. So, but I want to ask, in how much do they look alike. Because in replacing somebody, you need to
Well.
make sure they look alike as well.
They actually,
You know?
There's a
No,
semblance
you
there,
can-
but
there's
there's
a
an
semblance.
aura. And
But
there's
guess what they said to
What?
your aura allusion?
Yeah.
They're saying most of the fans said, yeah, our problem is not replacing him. Our problem is taking him off. That nobody can embody or body that character more than Ayola.
that's what I'm saying. Like,
It's even if you bring James Bond.
Look,
it's
James Bond is
Yes.
James Bond. James Bond is James Bond.
I'm sorry,
all right?
Dami. I love your series. I
They'll
love.
be all right. You
They
guys are
will
getting
be.
too
Yeah, I think
emotional.
it just goes down to
At the end of the day,
communication.
it's a
Of course I'm
movie
emotional.
and they're actors. So yeah.
Ayo, get over your name.
Okay, Scanner says, hello guys. Honestly, I hope the person replacing Ayola will be able to live up to the role. Pereke. All right.
Give Pere a
Tayo
chance.
says, wow. Tayo Maja says,
Hashtag give Pere a
Pere
chance.
has big shoes to fill. I recommend shoe pad for him. Sink or swim, Pere.
True.
Wow. Marcus says, hi guys, this one had I played that role very well. But that I was always looking forward to a new episode. I just lost one big fan. Very of all people. Not nice.
Give him a chance, fam.
Cisco says, removing Ayola from the series is like removing Power Up from popular Z World series called King of Hearts. Faith says, I am with you. Ayola is Amina.
My sister.
Wubemi says, with all the tech advancements available in the media industry, I'm surprised they couldn't find a way to include Ayola. Bear cannot fake a Hausa accent. He might be able to fake the presence.
Have you heard Ayola speak Hausa?
Wow.
Like
Can we move
Aminu?
on?
Let's move on. It's true.
Wow,
Because
that
I'm
was
too
harsh.
emotionally invested
Yeah.
in this. And let's talk about moving away from that.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about Taylor Swift's short film, All Too Well. It's to premiere on November 12th in anticipation of the re-release of her highly anticipated album Red. The genre-bending singer is set to release a short film titled All Too Well, premiering on November 12th, which is the same day as the release of her 2012 country album Red.
Yes, she's doing this because she's releasing all of her albums that are from the earlier stage of time. This is because of some company buying the master copies of her old albums, so she can't make any money off them at all. So by re-releasing everything, it now supersedes what was in place from before. So you're not getting anything particularly new. There might be some additional tracks from the vault somewhere, as she has said. And this movie is just really, hey, you're just trying to make some more money from the whole situation of it. When I first saw the story, I thought this was lazy, but if you look at the background that she's had to go through to fight for the rights of her music, it really, really does make sense. So kudos to her, and I hope it all goes well.
And the fact that it's written and directed by herself is powerful. It's like stepping out of your comfort zone to do something daunting, to tell your own story. It's amazing.
All right, definitely amazing. Let's talk about something that's not so upbeat. It's quite sad. It's now been tagged a night of horror. An Astro World Festival attendee watched Kylie and Kendall Jenner walk past bodies after hiding in an enclosed area following the tragic stampede that resulted in injury and death. Kylie attended the Houston Festival with her sister and her daughter, Stormy 3. There's a story behind, it's not just about Kylie and Kendall. It's about the fact that Travis Scott hosted a concert. Unfortunately, as with events like this, there's a risk of a stampede happening. But we haven't heard that happening in a long time because I think organizers have been able to manage in such a way that they mitigate these risks. But Val, share with us your thoughts around this. Travis Scott has come out, done a video around this, made promises as well.
Yeah, he did a video, and his testimony on the video talking about the events and how shocked and damaged he was by the effects of what happened. He gasped it a couple of times, expressed emotions and everything, how sorry he was. But the lawsuits, those didn't stop the lawsuits that are still streaming in towards him and Drake. Because they were both, collaborators on this project, and this is a music festival that attracted lots of fans.
Yeah.
And the district attorneys or the police chief in that area mentioned in a recent comment that I just saw this morning that he had a short chat with Travis Scott and his team for a few minutes of the security concerns that surrounded that magnitude of an event that's the biggest of its kind since the pandemic, and how dangerous it could be, being that people have PTSD from COVID. They're outside for the first time in that large number, and it will be very difficult to manage given the limited amount of security personnel on ground. And they seem to have understood, but he cautioned them on something specific. He said they should check how they share social media updates for on previously unconfirmed or unplanned events. They could switch schedules and things. So at some point he brought on Rihanna was on stage. Drake performed. That was a surprise, and certain surprise performances came up. Even I think Kanye West at once announced that he was going to come. But Cheff Jeff.
You see, the thing is, I hate that the genders have to be the ones that are put in the storyline because it means nothing to me. It really doesn't. Because they were not the only ones to walk past dead bodies. Right? That's just what I really, really hate that angle there. So let's
Which
say.
is why I didn't even touch them.
let's-
Like,
yeah.
What
So,
did they
but
like
with this,
expect them to do? You know,
with this concert, I feel like you know what Drake
Yeah.
coming on stage was kind of the icing on the cake of how everything now got so much worse
Yes.
in this situation. And my issue with Travis Scott was that I don't know, I have to have an awareness in the crowd and be like, okay, I need to stop right now. Something wrong is going on. I need to stop this. There's a video that I just shared on Instagram, I think this morning or yesterday, of Adele stopping her show because somebody had fainted in the crowd.
Yes.
That's an awareness that you should have as a performer. And this was a situation whereby even like guards were getting hit with drugs by random people.
Thank you.
Drugs was a rampant thing that
Thank
was
you for
going on at
mentioning
that
that.
part.
In fact, Cheff Jeff, to add to that, investigations revealed that somebody was secretly going around injecting people
Yeah.
with drugs.
Yes.
And a guard was injected. So for you to now, it now begs the question: how did somebody get through security check with a
Wow.
syringe?
this is
They were hopping
Wow.
over
Drugs.
fences. They
Exactly.
were hopping over fences,
So
and they
there
still
was a
allowed it to happen. And it
serious
happened
breakdown of
way before
security.
the show started.
Yeah.
That's the thing. So, like, where was the element of control in that particular situation?
There's
Okay,
so
but,
many things to unpack. Yeah.
I'm sorry to cut you off, but when I heard about this, or even listening to you guys talk about it, what happened like during all those Michael Jackson concerts and all? Like,
That's to just
come
tell
on,
you
like
the level
that's like
of
the height of like
planning.
when it comes to
Even Beyonce
people
events.
fainting
Yeah.
and people getting injured at concerts. Like Michael Jackson was the king of concerts like that. So like, what happened? Because we know that people were fainting and
They were
getting
fainting
injured
for
during
different
his.
reasons,
Well, yeah, true.
But still, like, I mean, like, you can't
But I mean,
really
300
foresee
people
these
injured.
things.
Yeah. There would have
300
been.
people injured, 8 dead.
Yeah, imagine. So it's just
That's
a complete
such a
breakdown
shame.
of security. So there was no. I don't feel like they gave much attention to the planning itself.
Yeah.
As to the rave that it was meant to
But
generate.
at the end of the day, like, sometimes when you are on stage, you're just like in the zone and you're performing. So it's more like his management team should have,
Yes.
known what to do, because Travis Scott was doing his thing,
His
like
own
he
thing,
was
yeah.
in the zone performing. So his team should have had a handle.
But the unfortunate
things,
thing is that the
though.
box stops with him. It was his concert. He was headlining it. And if you're the CEO, everything they should report to you, you should
Yeah.
do
At the
your
end of the
checks.
day.
And even if he wasn't at fault, as you say, unfortunately for him, it's going to be a less. They're going to have to send a strong message to other artists who are going to host concerts like that. So I think they're going to come down really. That's why he's doing a lot. He's
yeah.
offered to pay for the funeral costs of all those who lost their lives, offer mental support, etc. Trying really
And
hard.
his girlfriend is a billionaire, so
Yeah,
billionaire.
not like we really care about.
No,
No,
we
I
don't
mean,
actually
like, she
care.
would help as well.
Eh? You think?
You don't think she would help?
Please.
He's
Tayo
the
from
father of her
Aja-
child.
yes. Tayo from Aja says, God rest the dead. Astro World Nightmare should never have happened or should never happen again. I remember when Native Land Island had a similar issue when the stage collapsed before whipping people like livestock. Thank God for life. Management needs to do better in planning events and be responsible.
So true. Bingpe says, I believe Pere will be a fantastic replacement. He's a good actor and I believe he will do well. People didn't like him at the beginning of BBN, but he garnered a lot of organic support before the end of the show, thereby coming in third place. And let's quickly hop onto YouTube so we're not leaving our YouTube fan behind.
Yeah, our constituency there. Patrick Ede says, I started following Maka after a feature in AQ's song Home.
Oh,
Oh, I love that. Says she bodied that chorus. I'll surely be listening into her new work.
thank you.
And he had earlier said just the way Fast and Furious wrote off Paul Walker after his death.
All right, nice one. Thank you all so very much. Always a great conversation here on the Grapevine, Tuesdays and Thursdays at 9 a.m. Hey,
It's okay. Last one, Nigerian. Last.
It's 9 a.m. or it's not 9
I
a.m.
have no shame.
Oh, I just
it.
before I ask you to plug out, Mercy Yent's Kitchen has a message for Farouk Kolawole,
Yeah?
saying cheers to another 365 days on earth in good health and sound mind. Wishing you all the best the world has to offer. Age gracefully. This is for
Aw.
Farouk Kolawole. Happy birthday from Mercy Yent's Kitchen.
It's missing the heart emojis, but yeah.
All right, okay, so guys, please plug out Maka. How can we find your music? How can people follow you on social media?
My music is everywhere on every streaming platform. My social media handles are the official Maka everywhere. It's the same everywhere. THE official MAKA. That's it.
Thank you. Cheff Jeff?
And you can find me at Cheff Jeff 3000, and I will be here live again on the Grapevine on Spootnet 8.1, same time next week.
Yeah.
And Valentine, plug out.
My name is Valentine. Catch me on all social media platforms. And look out for my movie. Look out for me actually at Afrif.
Oh,
Still.
will you be there?
Of course.
So.
Yeah, you know.
All right, and I am Mairo-Ese. Thank you very much for being a part of the show. Stay tuned for some great music here on Smooth 98.1.
Thank you, guys.